I'm Alexa Schwerha with Campus Reform, and you're watching 5 Big Questions. After posting support of the alleged Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, which was recently leaked earlier this month, the college Republican group at New York University was reported to have been met with bullying, hate speech, and harassment. Campus Reform obtained a screenshot of a response to the post that told the student organization that they hope the students are shamed and shunned from every class that they participate in, and that the students deserve to feel every bit of hatred that the entire student body feels for people like you. The group was then told to leave the school or F off. Here to tell us her side of the story is NYU College Republican President Gianna Guzo. Gianna, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So just to get right into the conversation, kind of tell us what you're experiencing. What is it like being a pro-life student at New York University?
Yeah, absolutely. So being the president of the College Republicans at NYU, I'm the face of a club that is not well received. We are automatically thought to be like this hated, terrible Nazi group on campus. I know personally that I've had people come to me and essentially say, hey, just so you know, like me and a group of other people, we all have a group chat about you. And we just like come in every day and say things like, oh, I wonder what the Nazi is going to say today. And, I've almost just come to expect it at this point. But when you have somebody like this who comes out and actually threatens, an entire group of people who literally just meet and talk about current events and host debates and things like that, it's gone too far.
Absolutely. And here at the Leadership Institute's Campus Reform, we cover liberal bias happening all across the country on college campuses. But it's actually insane to talk to students who are college conservatives and hear exactly what they're going through nowadays. You just talked about that group chat that targets you for being simply conservative. We cover all the time a student at the University of North Texas, where a young conservatives group is consistently trying to be kicked off campus just because of their political views. But aside from that, I do want to get a little more into the pro-life conversation, specifically talking about the recent alleged decision to overturn Roe versus Wade. What was your reaction when you heard this news?
So the absolute first thing that I said when I heard it was, is this true? Being that, this was leaked. And, the first thing I thought was, honestly, I just hope this is true. And, I just really thought about like why this was happening too. Because obviously whoever did this, broke the law, and whoever did this, had some kind of agenda. So in the post that we posted the next day, we decided first and foremost to condemn the leaker on this information, which is something that not really anybody's talking about. And then secondly, to support the idea that the court is finally going to protect life in law. And that overall, we immediately put together a list of life-affirming resources that are available to women, resources such as Standing With You from Students for Life and Let Them Live. And we first and foremost sent that to our members and said, stay strong during this time and make sure to promote these resources, because you're going to have plenty of people telling you that you don't care about women. That same person that, targeted the entire group later on, after he was done picking on college Republicans, found me and started picking on me and basically telling me that I'll have the bloodshed of women on my hands, my personal hands. So just staying strong in our beliefs that all life is valuable and that life deserves to be protected in law, and to promote resources that truly help women and that save lives.
Absolutely. So it sounds like your group took pretty immediate action once it was announced that there's a very good possibility that Roe v. Wade might be overturned. And it sounds like you guys were pretty well prepared to handle any potential backlash. So it kind of poses this question to me. One, why did your group decide to take such a public stance? And were you worried about this potential backlash?
So, like I said, we receive backlash for pretty much anything that we do. If we just try to have a meeting and put a sign on the door that says college Republicans meeting. We've had people who will come and like tear down our signs or move them down the hall to like and put them on a janitor's closet, just really petty things like that. So we fully expected, being that we are a group of about 10 people in a university of almost 50,000, who really truly have the odds stacked against us, unlike any other environment that I've ever seen or heard of, except for a couple of my friends in California who go to school in California. And I mean, we just used to it at this point, and we fully expected that we would have, hate coming out at us, and that we would have a ton of backlash. But what we didn't expect was to be threatened the way that the student did. He full on threatened us, saying that we should be scared to show our faces in school. And we didn't take that lightly. We immediately reported that. We immediately requested for public safety to be present at our meeting, which was happening the next day, and is made public to the entire student body. So it's very easy to find out where that meeting was going to be and what time it was going to be and where it would be held. We reported it to the campus Office of Student Conduct. And, we want to make sure that this, is taken seriously, and that we're taken seriously, and that the safety of, our members is taken seriously. So yeah, overall, we're very used to receiving backlash, but this was unlike any other that we have ever received. So, we just wanted to make sure that we stood strong, that we didn't fall, against our beliefs, and that we were able to provide helpful resources.